Welcome back to the Radio TV Podcast, episode 3, May 29th, 2025, coming off of a Memorial Day week. So we're going on a short week, a day down. Underrated holiday. I'll go ahead and say it. I believe it is an underrated holiday. You get Monday off. No expectations. It sneaks up on you. Although some people plan for Memorial Day, I guess. If you are, if you have someone to have a memorial for, maybe. But for all of us lay people, it just really kind of sneaks up on you and sort of forget why we do it. But it is for good reason. For all of those troops lost. I sound terrible trying to explain this, but I believe it's in memory of people lost in war or just any of the armed. This couldn't sound any more disrespectful. Any of the armed, I don't know. I'm looking it up. When was the origin? I like to get to the origin of things. What would I do without Wikipedia? I would have a bookcase full of damned encyclopedias. Pull out the encyclopedia. You think I'm bullshitting you? Go downstairs and pull out the encyclopedia. Volume 6, Chapter 2. That's what we used to do. Isn't it interesting? What we used to do, what we do now. I mean, I take everything for granted, especially those people in the armed forces. So shout out to the Memorial Day. It's a federal holiday in the United States for mourning the U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. The armed forces. Not the unarmed forces like the post office. Or the, what's another unarmed force? The people who write tickets. They got badges now. I don't know if that's just a Chicago thing, but they give them a big, almost like an FBI badge, which I think is, and they like to flex it. Keep that thing shiny. And on a badge necklace. Hey, I got a badge, bud. But, Wikipedia, great thing. It's a time so Memorial Day is a time for visiting cemeteries and memorials to mourn the military personnel who died in the line of duty. Rest in peace. I mean, I take that for granted that people are willing to make the sacrifice. They're mentioning the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which I recently went down a rabbit hole on YouTube of watching that. That's a pretty wild situation there. The fellows that do the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, I think you'd call that decorum. A lot of decorum. But it made me think of all who's got the most serious, guys. Like you got those British guys that stand in front of whatever the hell over there, the damn temple or Big Ben or something. Those guys with the big hats, they don't smile. Then you got I think the Chinese do something. They got to do something. But shout out to all those serving, all those who've lost. It's Thursday, though. It's a little late for a full Memorial Day breakdown here. But, it's a warm one. It's warming up in Chicago, but it's still a little chilly. Like to talk weather a little bit here, See what what do we got on the forecast here in Chicago? Because, it's that time of year where you don't know if you should wear a coat, a jacket. 69 degrees right now. That's what I'm talking about. 69. 64% humidity. Just going into the weekend, Friday, we got a high of 77, low of 56. Chance of rain. There's a cloud and a sun coming out. Google weather. We got Saturday, we got nothing. A little cloudy, 63 high, low of 53. Sunday, we got a high of 72, low of 54. Monday, we got a high of 82 and a low of 57. Tuesday, a high of 86, low of 67. Is anyone out there sleeping? Is anyone listening? Boy, is it wild to trying to start a cast here solo with these phone guests. You get a couple views on YouTube, and it really, as in 2 views, makes you wonder. But, I enjoyed doing it, trying to figure it out. It's kind of like an old talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio. But it's fun, Rode the train today, had to pee very badly. Had to pass urine so bad that my freaking kidneys hurt. But I made it home with only a couple of dribbles. I really think that you should be able to pee anywhere. And you would just not get judged for it. But you really can't. They really won't let you just pee anywhere. What I like is that country that just put urinals everywhere. Because people are going to piss everywhere. Even though you can't, they're going to hide it. Go in an alley. Piss behind a dumpster. But there was some country that did urinals. Like a rudimentary free urinal. And they just sprinkled them all over the city like garbage cans, which I guess doesn't really give an option for the ladies. They need like a turlet. Just an open air, for emergencies. But pretty soon we all won't have to pee because we will be robotic. And that won't be an issue. But I've been really getting into the AI. I can't stop. Google just released a big video. I think it's called VEO. No. Google AI. Is it called VEO? Yeah. VEO 3. State-of-the-art video generator. It's going crazy on the Instagrams all over the internet. But, it's unusual. Thinking about creating an influencer. Speaking of influencer, I got a guy. We're going to give him a buzz here. Very, very special guest. Dear friend of mine from Chicago. Hilarious comedian. Hailing from, I want to say the South Side. Definitely the South Side. They're to the near South or somewhere. Best buddies with the Pope. He was in the running, but they chose his pal Leo, which actually wasn't his name. I forget what his real Pope Leo original name. What was his original name? The show is just me Googling shit on the internet. Because what is our life but just a one long... Robert is his name. Pope Leo is his taken name. Robert Francis Prevost. Anyway, I got a great guest on. We're going to give him a buzz here. See if he picks up the phone. If not, I'm just going to have to vamp. see if we can catch him here. Give him a ring-a-ding-ding. And it's dialing, but I'm not hearing a ring. So, passable technical malfunction. We'll see. Talking to Pope. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, something's goofing up here. Might have to take a break to get get this thing back on the rails. I don't understand. I gave it a good test beforehand. Now it doesn't seem to want to work. What in the hell did I do? Dadgummit. That's the problem with this tech. Should be ringing. Dialing them up. We're going to see if I can get them on the horn here. But I got to test my device. What the hell's bells? That's my phone ringing on the other room, but it's not coming through the machine.
Hi, you've reached Steve Rains.
So I need
Please
to
leave a message and I'll return your call.
Need to pause for the cause.
At the tone, please record your message.
Paired up.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press.
The hell's going on? Oh, it's because I got it muted. I had it muted. Fuck. I'm going to have to edit this out. It's going to be bad radio. Okay, there we go. Okay. Had to take a break there. We're going to call DJ up. See if we can get him on the horn. He's probably wondering who in the hell's giving me a buzz. Maybe I'll shoot him a text. Leave him a message.
Hello?
Oh, DJ, welcome. You're on the air. You're live. This is Steve. Maybe he thought it was a prank call. I think he thought it was a prank call. We're going to leave all this in. This is episode 3. I will look back fondly on my mistakes. I got to shoot him a text here. I tried to call him private, which is, you know how to do that? Unknown caller. He says call again. Okay, so he did get it. I called him private. You know how to do that? Star 67. I haven't thought of that since I was 11 years old. I tried it. Still works. Star 67. So if you ever got to call somebody sketchy.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air. You're live. This is
Hey, how's it going?
This is the Radio TV podcast. We had
my God.
We had a couple of technical difficulties there, but can you hear me?
Oh, I could hear you loud and clear there, sir.
Holy crap. Can you believe that Star 67 still works?
Woo! I didn't know who was calling me.
I thought I'd try it out. I'm on the old lady's phone here.
I like this. What? You don't think I have her number saved?
Whoa, easy.
Chill. Hey, just a joke.
Hey, easy.
I don't like women.
Where are you at right now? What's your locale?
I'm walking through Hickory Creek. Did some fishing today.
Hickory.
Over in Joliet.
Joliet.
Over there in Joliet, you know?
The jolliest place on earth.
That's what some people call it. Other people call it hell on earth.
You know that Joliet was an explorer, wasn't he?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Really?
I'm sure he's done something.
They named the freaking town after him, bud.
How are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing good. I was just, talking about, what was I talking about? The Pope.
Oh, my God. He's Catholic. He's from Chicago.
That's got to be big for you.
Well, it makes me believe in the whole thing less.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know so many people. They're like, oh, my brother met the Pope when he was 12. And then you see the picture and you're like, yeah, but your brother's a bookie that's addicted to cocaine.
I had this thought the other day is, you think the Pope got any action before he took the vows there and joined the seminary?
2005 White Sox World Series. I bet you he came a little bit.
Because there's probably some gal, I guess, or fella that potentially has given the Pope a hand job.
OTPHJ over the Pope hand job?
Over the Pope.
Is that okay to say on air?
What's that?
Is Pope hand job okay to say on air?
Did you catch anything today?
Oh, boy, we caught a bunch of them today. It was a good one.
Did you really?
I brought the 4-weight fly rod out. You know, it's made for small trout. Water was low. And let me tell you, man, it was like fighting tarpon out there.
And what were you pulling on? Smallmouth?
Smallmouth. I got mostly smallmouth. I caught about 20 smallmouth today.
20?
I got one rock bass that was pretty nice, and I caught one pretty decent largemouth.
Good Lord.
Unbelievable day. Too bad this water will kill you if you eat the fish.
Was it cold?
It wasn't cold. I had waders and some sweatpants on underneath. Good, man. It just gets so sad. You go through these little, creeks and you just see all the garbage. You want to fucking... Sorry to swear. You just want to smack somebody's mother and be like, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I guess that's the price of going so close to the Cook County, and Joliet.
No, but that shouldn't be the case. We should all be able to enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, it should just be like they cut your arm off if they catch you littering.
I think it's worse than stealing. I mean, that is crazy. Because you can steal out of necessity, but if you're littering out of necessity, I mean, you better be on Mount Everest.
Is that China where they cut your arm off?
I think that's marriage. Come on, folks.
Are you Chinese?
I'm Korean.
And now is that close geographically?
They're not far apart. Not too far. Definitely not in the west.
Culturally,
very different.
Very different.
One of them's penis you can see in porn, the other one you can't.
Which one? Which one's which?
The Japanese, I don't think you could see a P or a V.
Really?
The Chinese, I think they just show it all. I don't think they're afraid.
Oh, you're not talking size. You're talking like blurring.
Professional movies here.
Yeah, so China, they blur it all.
Do they really?
Or I don't know. Which one do they blur?
Japan, they blur everything but the octopus.
But the tentacle?
But the tentacles.
Boy, so you were really pulling them in today, huh?
Oh, it was a good day, man. It was a very good day.
Now, is this the time of year that they bite more, or is it just kind of...
I'm just in a pretty small creek. The fish don't get that big. But this is the time of year with, the water's down. They're starting to be in there. They're not on the beds anymore. Especially in this small creek, there's not many fish, so you don't want to pull them off the bed. So when they're on the beds and they're breeding, I let them be. Yeah.
So they're off the beds. This is post.
It should be. I mean, unless they made it really early on, but it seemed like they were all hunger strikes, which was pretty fun. I had one really, really cool fish that I caught today. I was throwing a little woolly bugger, just fly fishing for a tiny little minnow lure. And to my right, about 30 feet down, I could see this big smallmouth bass rise twice, which is interesting because There wasn't like a hatch going on. There's not a lot of grasshoppers out, so I don't know what it was eating, but it was under a tree. So I was like, okay, let's take this little minnow off. Let's put a grasshopper on and let's give it some time. But I let it sit for like 20 minutes. I kept fishing, caught a few small ones, and then I crept over. First cast, man, I threw a big top water like a foam grasshopper. And as soon as it hit the water, I moved it once, and this thing just jumped out of the water. And it was so cool.
And this was a largemouth.
Small. This was a smallmouth. It was a big one, too. Probably like 2 pounds.
And all this you did on the fly rod?
All on the fly rod, baby. Like a real man.
Wow.
I got to get you off fly fishing, man. I really think you'd like it. There's something really zen to it.
I would like it. I got a rod here. I got practice beginner. Yeah, it's like,
nice.
One of those kits that's like your first fly rod.
I got one for you too.
It's like a full size one, but it's not nice or anything.
Well, that's like the best thing to start with because you're gonna bang it up.
I need to just get out there. I just need to take the action, take the steps.
That's the thing. You got to make time. I mean, today I got off work and I was kind of close by, so I was like, you know what? I knew I was going to be out here, so I put my stuff in my car, and I'm glad I did.
And you go solo?
Usually, I like to fish with people, but it's really hard with schedules. Like most of the time I fish, it's like, oh man, it's Saturday morning, and I'm like, man, I think I have time today, so I'll like sneak out for an hour, do like 2-3 hours, and like a lot of times I wake up early.
So you'll do
I'll get up at and especially in the summer, man. Like, or if I'm trout fishing, I'll get up 6, 7 in the morning. A lot of, especially comedians, they can't get up that early.
So you're trout fishing in Illinois, or are you going down to Indiana?
I was in UP last week, or Wisconsin and the UP last week. I've been traveling.
So there's good trout up in, I got to imagine, because the water's got to be pretty chilly.
Oh, it's so cold. We were fishing, me and another comic, Evan Hall, went up to the UP. We met this guy that we met last time we were up there. He took us ice fishing. So we went out there, no show, nothing. And we fished the Escanaba River up in Escanaba, Michigan. And unfortunately, we had a cold front.
You hit a cold front?
And it's nice. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's a river that I read about a lot. The author Jim Harrison really talk about it in his book.
Dude, he's great.
Yeah, he's my favorite, man. So he talks about the Escanaba so much, so to actually get to fish it and see a lot of the places, and definitely probably like where we were fishing is where like the Fly Fishing Association is, like one of the spots, and he fished there, so it's just really cool.
Dude, I love a river.
That's the thing. I fall in love with rivers, and I think that's I'll see in comedy where I'll just keep going back to the same shitty clubs or the same rooms once a year because I'm like, dude, the fishing, even if the fishing wasn't great, if the river's beautiful, it's I'll spend some time there.
I'd really like to get you down to the Current River.
Yeah, you said it was unbelievable, huh?
It's just crystal clear. There's a spring that they built a hospital back in the day on that's the bones of it are still there, and we do a day float, which was more just drinking times, but there's trout all in the river. They got a hatchery and everything.
That's unbelievable.
But the water is so clear, we would go to the spring, and I would go underwater and just open my mouth and start drinking it underwater.
Holy shit, that's probably why you are the way you are.
How am I?
I'm just kidding. Do you know it was a really sad thought I had yesterday?
What's that?
Well, you ever talk to your parents about the concerts they went to as a kid?
Uh-huh. No.
They'd be like, oh, I saw, you know what I mean? An old person, oh, I saw Led Zeppelin for $8 or whatever,
Uh-huh.
It's the closest thing that we're going to get to that, when we're adults, it's going to be I saw Giggly Squad at the Chicago Theater for $200 and $47 in Ticketmaster fees. The fact that we're paying so much to go see live podcasts as a society is truly I think we're just we don't care about art anymore.
No. I mean, I think there's certain factions of people that do, but it's definitely, I don't think it's as big. I mean, there's just too much distraction.
Let's go see two people riff for an hour and pay $200. It's like fucking insane.
Talking about going to see a live podcast?
Yeah, and honestly, like all the podcasts I like I've never listened to a live episode. Like I've tried, and they're just so bad. Like I just want to hear a podcast like in the background about nothing. Like that's fine, but to then go and see it live and be like, oh, what was it about? It's about nothing. There was no skill. There was no music. It's like fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
What is art, dude?
And then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I paid. I mean, people are already doing it. Think about how much time people just like watch streamers. Like you're just watching someone just sit in the room and like not even play video games, just talk. You're like, people are very lonely.
I was watching this guy today, Mozzarella Mo or something like that. Have you seen that guy? How you doing?
No. Oh, the Italian guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a stand up, right?
How you doing?
That's pretty funny.
But it's like I can't stop saying it today. But your
sister's like a cutlet. Your sister's what is it? Your sister sucks balls for a cutlet.
How you doing?
Fucking unbelievable.
But he has like 5,000 videos of just his phone facing his face.
It's amazing.
And you're just like, whoa, that is so much. You know?
I mean, the one that blows my mind is like, you go to, and I talk about this a lot, but like you go to like a barber shop and like every barber has a ring light and is like recording their haircuts to be like, and I like you have to do it. Like you have to do the promotion, but it kind of sucks for like comedian, artist, whatever. You got to promote online, whatever. But a barbershop, they shouldn't have to do that. It makes me so sad. You see like a restaurant with like a social media team and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah. And they're doing like hooky reels.
And they should be, I mean, what are they going to do? Not do it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword. How do you do it? But, because you want to do your own thing. People want to do their own thing.
You know what killed me? I was at the beach last summer.
Where?
And at the beach. In Chicago.
Oh, the beach. Uh-huh.
And there's a boat towing a billboard.
Okay.
If you're advertising on the beach, I am never going to use one of your products.
Really?
No, I hate that.
What about an airplane?
If you're doing it on water, like if you're towing a billboard, that's a line. I'm like, that's crazy.
What about an airplane that's doing it?
I hate that too. They could all eat a dick. You leave me at the fucking beach, all right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Don't pollute the view.
You got to show me diapers right now?
Huh?
You're going to show me like a Pampers ad at the beach?
Dude, it's going to be pumped right into our brains pretty soon. I mean, it's already getting kind of close to that.
Like if someone took the spam folder like in your email and just dumped it upside down?
It's just,
well, that's another thought I had. Well, I'm like, if you think about your spam folder, right, and you think about how many emails are in there, and how many times like H&M is just like emailing you stuff over and over and over again, they're advertising just as much. Like you're seeing advertisements just as much as you get spam emails. And think about how many spam emails you have.
A lot.
Isn't that kind of disgusting?
Yeah. For sure.
At some point, we just got to kill some copywriters. Well, I didn't hear it.
I don't think that they're not going to need people to even do that. They're going to have like one guy that just writes prompts for AI. Like,
and then there's going to be AI do it.
Have you been seeing all the shit on social media? The new Google video, text to video?
The Google VO, it's insane.
So like you're telling me that they can't just pop in a pharmaceutical commercial and do a 30-second thing? It's all going to be that. Have you seen the comics, the AI?
Oh my God, like the baby comedians?
Or just the AI stand-up?
Oh yeah, they're brutal. It's like, well, it is kind of funny when they like talk about the
What happens when there's one where you just can't tell? Do you think you've been got yet?
Oh, for sure. I mean, there was a video online I was talking about. I saw yesterday on TikTok, and it was a lady making a reaction to it. It was about this old guy who makes these things for his kitten because he has like a cat shelter that's closing. He's like, so I made these cat flip flops. You can buy them. Where you like making them. When you watch the video, you're like, if you look at it close enough, you're like, oh, this is AI.
Yeah.
But it took a while. Where you're like, oh man, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, and you're like, what is that in 3 years, 5 years?
It's nuts. I mean, I don't know what people are gonna do.
Yeah, like
I look at like I do eat a Duolingo. Like when they said that they're firing all their employees, they're going at full AI. I was like, I'm out. I can't do that.
So you're not pro AI?
I'm not pro all AI. Like I think it's a tool, and I think we have to be careful on like what we use it for. But if you're firing your entire workforce, I mean, like there's something deeply unethical about that. Like if you're doing that, your taxes should be at like 95%.
Dude, that's gonna happen everywhere.
And I think it's good, like coming sooner than we think. Like from what I heard, like a lot of jobs aren't hiring now because they're trying to see like what's going to happen with the market in AI.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's scary, dude. I mean, think about the internet, think about AI. Like, what happens when they all just turn it off? People aren't gonna know how to write emails. It's gonna be all dumb talk. It's truly fucking crazy.
It's like idiocracy. All of our skills will atrophy.
We're gonna have no skills. Like, I already cannot tell you which way is left. Like in a building, you know. But now it's like people aren't going to be able to like respond to a text or email. Though they're going to be like, "Oh, do this for me."
Well, like, didn't they stop teaching handwriting in schools?
Not there.
Like, how many people?
I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun.
It might be fine. We might just be like, "This sucks," and it might not plug in, but it just seems like it's going to really plug into people's lives. Gary Vee was like in a podcast. He's like. Somebody was like, what's your prediction on AI? He's like, one of your grandchildren will marry an AI.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, definitely.
That's crazy, dude. What is it? How does that make you feel? Does that make you want to just move into a cabin?
It makes me excited that no matter how rapidly technology is advancing, American life expectancy is staying the same or decreasing. So that's good. Like, there's no way where it's going to be like, hey, you're going to live for 200 years and have to see all of this play out.
Right. You're pretty good about getting into nature, which I think probably.
I mean, dude, I'm trying to, but, like, honestly, like, even, like, I go to this creek and it's just getting dirtier and dirtier, and, like, all these waterways, it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they're selling national parks. Public land is on the fucking market. And I heard that some of it got squashed. I hope so, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, once these public lands are gone, it's like they're gone and we're done.
Or they'll just, everything will be a park.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a strange world we're at.
Yeah, it seems pretty crazy to me. It's also.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that's really interesting is how global that is.
Cut out. What did you say?
Like how global some countries are becoming.
Yeah, it's kind of like dissolving the local identity of places.
Yeah, man, travel's so easy, and it's like people are just moving around, you know?
Yeah, so everything kind of becomes like this homogenized version of like what other people see on social media. So like, have you noticed like they're like influencers, and you'll see people from like Russia, but you're like, that looks like a white chick from Joliet.
Yeah, everyone's dressing the same now. Like fashion is just like at everybody's phone from the same like 10 people, you know? You're right. Like that's really crazy. Like Irish girls in Ireland and Iraq, maybe not Iraq, but like, you know, somewhere like, I don't mean to say that, but like, to be funny, but like, yeah, they're watching the same influences. Like, oh, what's Charlie D'Amelio wearing today?
Right.
Wow.
And there used to be like more people are going to be more and more on that, so they're going to learn language more and more from like a global application, and then like I feel like accents. Do you know people that still have like hardcore Chicago accents?
On the south side, definitely, and like there's definitely still some like kids my age that have it. As far as like the younger generation, I don't know. But yeah.
I can't hear you. I feel like I'm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was listening to one of my sets, like a stand-up reel.
Yeah.
And the way that I said a word, it's like the most Chicago accent. So it's kind of like it just like slips through with like certain letters.
Yeah, I could see that. I even see. I'm not from here, and I catch myself. I feel like I got a Midwest twang.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I said Apple. I said Apple CarPlay, and the way that I said Apple. And it's on my Instagram. I listen to the reel. It catches my hair every time. And I'm like, I'm on Apple Car. I'm like, oh my god.
Yep, my freaking Apple CarPlay.
My freaking Apple CarPlay. And I was like, oh, geez, Mary, Joseph.
I mean, how do you feel as a guy? You're pretty good about getting into the creating stuff on Instagram, doing reels, shit like that. Do you feel like a push and a pull of being like, this sucks, but at the same time, I got to do it? Or do you enjoy doing it and it's fine? Or how do you feel about it?
I like when I have a good idea and I make something. Like, if you look at my page, I really don't post very often. It's probably like once every 3 weeks, probably on average. Where like a lot of people post every day or every other day or once a week, and maybe I should be doing that, but it's very hard. It's very draining and it takes a lot of time. And I would rather put something good out than something okay and a lot of okay, you know?
Yeah.
I'm also not in a rush to sell tickets. I'm also not in a rush to get to 1 million followers. I'm also not in a rush to. I still want to get better at stand-up, and I think that being able to do that without people seeing you, I think is pretty cool.
Right, without just showing your whole nuts and ass on social media.
Yeah, or like people that if it's the same people that know you because of you. Like, I don't know if that's gonna make you better, but like if you can go and like do really well in front of people who have never fucking heard your name, it's like that's kind of fun. Or you can go and bomb and people aren't gonna be like, well, I'm never gonna see this guy again.
Right. What do you think about this show concept that you're on right now? Radio TV is going to be the title. All my guests are phone calls.
I like it.
No video.
Yeah, it sounds like radio. I like it.
I want to do like old school radio.
I think that's fun.
There's something nice about just listening to something.
That's how I have a podcast. Like I just like to listen.
Right. Although I do like to watch them because I guess I like YouTube. I mean, what do you think you're watching?
Fun.
What do you think you watch the most in terms of platforms?
Probably Instagram or I don't know.
I guess
a lot of YouTube too.
Yeah, well, we'll say like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X. That's off the thing, but we'll just say like streaming platform.
Probably Instagram.
No, I'm saying no social media. Like what? Streaming platform.
I'd like to say HBO.
And we'll count cable.
Yeah, for sure.
HBO, Max.
Oh yeah, Max, YouTube.
I think YouTube 100% is what I watch the most.
I mean YouTube and Hulu. I mean not Hulu. YouTube and Max for sure. Like those are the ones.
I got rid of all my shit except I ended up getting Prime back. Because, dude, I started adding it up. I'm like, I'm spending $180 on subscriptions?
Yeah.
A month?
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
So I just deleted everything. But then Prime, I started ordering so much shit off Amazon. I'm like, this pays for itself. And I can get the bonus streaming. And Prime has movies like that are weird. It'll have like obscure early 2000s action movies and shit that you're like, what?
There's a great.
You're cutting out. I think you're.
Can you hear me?
You're streaming through your earplugs.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a great documentary.
It's called Hired Gun on Amazon. It's also on YouTube. It's great.
Hired Gun.
Hired Gun, yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's about session musicians. And
that's tight.
And, dude, it's amazing. But all these guys are like, oh yeah, he's actually the best guitar player in the world, but nobody knows who he is because he just plays in a studio 4 Elton John. Well, like a lot of these guys, they like come up with like the famous riffs that you thought that like somebody else wrote.
Right. That's pretty badass.
Really carry the band with the guitar, or they, it's
right.
pretty fascinating.
Have you ever heard of listen to Harry Nilsson?
No, I never have.
He wrote like a ton of hits. You know that song "Everybody's Talking"? It's like 1970s.
Yeah.
He was there. They did a documentary called "Who the hell is Harry Nilsson?" or "Who is Harry Nilsson?" or something, because he like never toured and was in like crazy success as a songwriter and a recording artist.
Wow.
And like he was like the Beatles' favorite music was like, they would say he was like their favorite and shit.
Yeah, if you like that, I think you'd really like the that Hired Gun documentary.
I gotta check that out. You on the way back to Chicago? You got a spot tonight?
No spots tonight. I might do a mic later, but I got about 30 minutes going home.
How do you like to approach a mic? It's been months since I've done stand-up comedy.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of in like a weird spot with writing right now where I have a few ideas and they're starting to, I don't know. I really feel like commit to the bits that I'm doing because I'm kind of just throwing a lot of stuff out and not doing it. I picked up a few jokes in the last 2 weeks, but nothing that I'm like, oh, this is going to make it when I record something,
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know. I got to get better with the writing. The last week I haven't really written much. I usually write every day.
Pen to paper?
Yeah, but the last 2 weeks I've just been fishing so much. I went on a fishing trip and I was in Wisconsin with Skyline Comedy. I did some writing there, but I mostly just fished shows.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, but that's my idea. Like, I have one really funny joke. It's kind of mean. It's probably the meanest joke I've ever written. But I don't mean it to be mean. I just thought it was a good comparison, and now people are half the time are mad at it. But it's pretty funny. This is the joke. People say, or what is it? My ex-girlfriend went through my phone. She broke up with me. We were dating for years, and I didn't have any pictures of her that I took. She's like, you have all these pictures of the fish, and you take such good pictures of fish. How come you don't take good pictures of me?
I missed the last chunk of that. Your thing.
The joke is taking a picture. This is really the joke. The joke is taking a picture of a fish. Because when you take a picture of a fish, you're not trying to make it look smaller.
And you're comparing it to your penis?
What's up?
You were comparing it to your penis?
No, to women.
Oh, it cut out literally both times, like right at the punchline.
That's been fun. Another really dumb joke about how I'm 6 inches taller than my fiance, but I have short legs, so we can wear the same sweatpants.
I like that.
No, most people don't notice, but one time my friend called me out. Like, hey, are you wearing your girlfriend's sweatpants? And I was like, oh, do they look tight on the hips? He said, no, but your ass is juicy.
That's good.
Very dumb. Very dumb, but very funny.
That's funny. I got a premise. Let me know if this could be a joke or if this is just like an interesting theory. So, I think that if you find yourself at a job and you look around and everyone is ugly, it's a terrible job.
That's a good point, because rich people make more money. Or hot people make more money, technically, right?
If you find yourself at a job and you look around and everybody is hot on the first day, you're at a really easy job that's good.
Interesting. I think that's a good concept. Do you have any examples?
Because if you're hot, you can work like people will hire you and you can work almost anywhere.
Where can an ugly person not work?
Like if I have a bunch of money, I'm going to try. I don't want to be around a really ugly person. So like,
is that why like dental assistants are always super hot? Like that's why I get it.
Yeah, good money, easy job.
What, you got to be hot?
You never see like there's not a bunch of hot people in like the Department of Sanitation.
That's an interesting point.
Not a lot of hot dishwashers. They're too hot. Like you could be hot and just make medium money.
Or it's like why hot people are the best real estate.
Right. Being hot is like a huge bump on the resume.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all about
I think I'm on your ear pods again or something.
No AirPods. First impression.
What can you hear that when I don't know what happens, it like cuts out.
No, I said it's like you got to make a good first impression, and if you're hot, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it also like puts you in like a hypnotic state where you're like if someone really hot is applying for a job and you're interviewing, you're like, oh yeah, you're perfect for the job.
This is kind of like a bit that I mean it's not, but here's the bit that I'm working on. How are you gonna get in? Everybody like the thing I play sports.
It's cutting out again.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
The thing that bothers me with like sports movies is they always try to make like the coolest guy in school like the best athlete. And like the best athletes aren't cool people. All they do is play sports.
That's a great point.
Like, but it's like the the training. All right. No good.
No, it's good. It just keeps cutting out for some reason when I don't talk. It like the audio, it sounds like you're underwater for some reason.
I'm not underwater, my boy.
This is, bro, are you're fishing so much you're starting to live like a fish, bro. Do you ever you ever put yourself in their position and be like, if I was a fish, what would I do?
Oh, all the time. That's like what like okay. And then like it feels like even when I tied that grasshopper on, you have to be like, okay, be the grasshopper.
How would I behave?
What would a grasshopper do? And then you're just like trying to get it to do that. It's almost like puppetry, dude.
That's cool.
Man, like I really wish somebody was there to like watch how that's probably the most mature fishing I've ever done in my life today. Where I was like, okay, I'm going to give it some time. I saw it rise twice, 20 minutes in between. I'm going to creep up. I'm going to make the perfect. I could usually that happens. I like run to the spot. I'm like, let's fucking fish it. So I'm like, give it time, relax. You got nowhere to be. And then I just do first cast, dry fly, just a fucking monster smallie. That's what life's all about, dude.
That is nice. That's a nice day. Now you can
That's
go home.
And it was a work day. I mean, come on. And I'm getting Wingstop tonight.
That's huge. Chicken wings, fishing.
Chicken wings.
You want to wrap this thing up? I don't want to keep you going all night.
Oh, so it's up to you.
But this is it. This is a show. I just call people. They talk. I did one with Matthew Mitchell. I did one with Eric. This is episode 3.
Is this the best one?
What's that?
Is this the best one?
Is it about sun?
Is this the best one?
Yeah, this is the best one so far.
All right, good.
I like to stay in the present.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I love the show. I love you. Congratulations again. You're a father. I have a gift for you.
Dude, always great to talk to you. Let's go fishing soon. And hopefully we will catch some fish, and it'll be great.
The only thing you need to buy is wading boots. I have waders you can use. You just got to buy wading boots.
I got the fly rod. I just need to start walking down to the park and fishing the upper Chicago River just to practice.
Well, dude, here's an interesting thing I want to do. I want to start making videos where I fly fish in, like, Garfield Park, Humble Park. And start, like, making, because that's interesting, like the Chicago River.
Dude, I'll help you film it. I got a camera and I'm trying to learn how to use. So
yeah, please, because I need someone to help me film these. I have all these ideas for these videos. It's so hard to film.
That'll be perfect. I can help you, and it'll help me learn.
And we'll catch the fish. Absolutely, man. Well, thank you so much.
Drive safe, bro. Great talking to you.
Take care, man. Take care. Bye.
See you. Bye. All right, gang. That was DJ Ripsky. We went almost an hour because we were shooting the breeze. He's a good man. Fresh off of a fishing excursion to Joliet. I apologize for the wonky lead in there, but I'm going to leave it in because it'll probably only get 4 views from me checking how many views the video got. But hey, this is a process. I'm hoping that you can tune in and grow with the show, and I can get better at this and more entertaining, and we could keep this thing rolling. I mean, watch this while you're taking a crap, driving to work. Like and subscribe, share it. Maybe I'll try to put it on Spotify because that seems to be a good audio format. But that was the episode. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. That was DJ Ripsky. Check him out all over social media, Instagram, YouTube. I wish I could find his dang handle here. Let me try to find it right quick for y'all before we sign out. At Ripsky Co. I believe that's it. His handle. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Go to Instagram, type in DJ Ripsky. Great guy. As always, I've been Steve Rains, and this has been another episode of the Radio TV Show.